by showing why I'm not going to walk this way. The floodwater is higher than I thought, so this path is gone. The canal has burst its banks. So I shall see how far I get the other way around the park today. But yeah, the path's gone by the river. That's not my normal way into the park anyway. This is by the pub, so see where we get to with the park. Let's go back up here. Because I'm like, does that mean it's burst this way too? So I'll often come down this side. Bit soggy there. Like, is it passable? I'm not sure it is at the bottom of there. How deep is it? Let's give it a try. Did not think the flooding was this bad yet, but here we are. Soggy path. We have had a lot of rain, and I have not found my wellies yet. Oh no, that's too much. That's too deep. I can't go that way. Okay, gotta go the other way. Dogs are barking. Dogs are trying to tell me. Don't go that way. Might not be a nature walk today. Might end up being a walk. It's not in nature. It's just on the streets instead. Till the water soaks away. Thank you, people joining me. Hello, welcome on in. Feel free to type stuff in the comments. I'll try and look when I can. Hello Moth, thank you for saying hi in the comments. Hello Callum, thank you for saying hi in the comments. How have I been? Where am I didn't live share for a day or two. I think it was far too soggy when I tried to walk, and I got soaked absolutely through. So I was like, there's no chance of getting my phone out to stream it while it's just far too soggy. So I've been wet. I've been soaked. Lol, no, hi, where are you going? Where am I going? Fair enough, love. Hello! Oh gosh, lots of people. This is nice. Hello, thank you all for joining me. I usually go into the park a different way, but that path is flooded from all the rain. So I'm walking around another way into the park, and I don't know how far. So bloody cold here. Yeah. Yeah, I've got extra layers on today. I've got leggings under my jeans. I went out with like 5 layers on the other day. I don't even know how much of the park I'll get round because I don't know how flooded it will be. But we will see. Shout me out, please. It will help. Okay. Hi, Life with Finn. 1, 2, 3. Thank you for saying hello in the chat. Jackson Hawkins, honestly. Yeah, honestly, I'm walking. What? I don't quite. Okay, fine. Life with Finn, 1, 2, 3, hi. Hi. Thank you for people. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for saying hi in the comments. The sun is setting, so at some point there may be a rummage for a torch as well. For now we have enough light. Stephen Jones, C3Z. I should be out walking in Kent for exercise, but does watching you walk count as my exercise? Yeah, kind of. To be fair, if you didn't want to go out and you've got a treadmill at home, in theory, this would be like the virtual equivalent experience, maybe. And you kind of see different scenery and you're still moving. So it's a workaround. It's a far less soggy way of doing it. I only managed about half an hour the other day, and I had 5 layers on with my big coat and I got soaked through. Right, now this car's flashing its headlights at me. I start to worry as to whether, I'm like, did they go over a speed bump or is that some sort of dogging symbol? Because I'm not into that jab. It's not my jam. It's not my vibe. Callum, lol, Stephen. Yeah, we'll say it counts, because I want to give you a hall pass, but it counts for a day or two. If you actually want the whatever gains from the exercise, you probably need to move at some point. I hate to be a Debbie Downer on that. He's a flasher. Callum. Yeah, flashing the headlights. No, there is a speed bump there, so maybe they weren't flashing their headlights at me. Maybe it's the headlights on as they bounce over the speed bump. Stephen Jones, and I'm in the warm and not the wet. Yeah, exactly. I said I tried to do a little bit of walking. I think I managed 7 miles the other day. And I'd only managed like 32 minutes of walking outside of work. And I was like, just absolutely soaked through. In the space of half an hour. I was looking at my app, like, when does the rain stop? And it didn't. It just rained all day, all night, all morning, all rain. And sometimes, like, they do the percent thing, and it's like, maybe it won't be 100%. And most of the day and night was 100%, covered in rain. I was like, there's only so much walking I can do while I'm being drowned in oceans and oceans of rain. Get a bike. I have. Stephen Jones, 7 bloody miles. Stephen Jones, get a bike. Yeah, so I have got a bike in my garage, and I do keep thinking that would be quicker given the fading daylight, and it's got like lights strapped to it. So yeah, the bike is probably gonna be. Also wellies, like these are things I have in the garage and the shed, and I just haven't unearthed from those hoarding spaces. And I need to, because yeah, wellies and a bike are probably the solution, because walking takes a long time. As nice as walking is. I've got some techno glitch thing, and I look to the collective who are thankfully watching my walking and chatting to me online, so thank you all for being here. If there's any expertise around the madness of Fitbit, because it's great at tracking my walking, but when I did try a few bike rides on it, it just seemed to get very confused very easily. Similarly, when I tried swimming, it got very confused very easily. But I suppose then I'm just back to the manual way of looking at the watch and going, when did I set off? When did I get home? I've done roughly that much cycling. So, yeah, cycling would definitely be quicker. I've got 2 bikes. They tend to get repaired, get used for a bit, get put in the garage for a bit, and then the tyres go flat, and then I'm like, oh, I've got to take it back to the bike shop. So we'll see if they're flat or in use. Electric bike, where's a long lol? Yeah, thanks, Callum. Yeah, that's kind of cheating though, isn't it? If I just sit on the bike and then ride around literally with the motor doing all the work. I'm not sure that's the exercise. See plenty of people do that in town though. By town I mean city. That's a small town person thing. Our town is village. City is town, where I live. As weird as that sounds. That's the colloquialism. Oh, hang on, right, comments. Stephen, no, wellies while riding a bike is not good and should be illegal. Well, yeah, but then Crocs or flip-flops while driving a car probably is or should be illegal, but you see plenty of people do it. So who knows? Wellies while riding a bike. I don't know, yeah. Would it be harder to feel the pedals? Don't know. I definitely need wellies for walking with all these big puddles, that's the thing. I feel like I need my wellies for walking with all the big puddles. So at the start of the stream, the live stream, on the watch back later, you'll see by the canal, the little towpath I usually use is my, often, not always I suppose, but often use. It's my little cut through into the park. It's submerged. Far too deep. So, couldn't go that way today. If I'd have had wellies, maybe I could have waded through. But I don't know where my wellies are. I think they're in the shed. Haven't braved pulling everything out of the shed to try and find them. The shed is not organised well. The shed is like one of those cupboards where you have everything up to the door and then put your shoulder against the door to close it. Oh, there we go. Stephen knows sandals are illegal while driving a car. There we go then. There we are. I thought flip-flop. You see people driving in flip-flops. I'm like, that looks, just tricky. So, yeah, it makes sense if that. Doing lots of talking. I may be talking too much. You can't hear all the birds chirping themselves, chirping to each other as they're trying to go to final places to sleep. Interesting little light in the clouds, little break in the clouds. Nice little bit in the sky. Definitely getting a bit dark in the park. I'm not the only one here. I can see some people up ahead. Flooded that way?
A little bit, but around that area it's really flooded.
Oh, okay.
And that bit around there is as well.
Around there is as well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, if it is that way, maybe I'll go that way. So what, all the path?
On the path it's quite flooded as you go a bit further. Just before the bridge you'll see the bit, but it goes deeper.
Oh, okay.
And then
So it's better around that way?
Around that corner is as well.
Oh, so you just can't get round either way?
You can't get all around it, no, but you can still go a little bit around, but you just can't get all around it.
Oh, so you can kind of go to the side of the water? Or the
probably
path
not,
is
it's still quite a bit deep on the side of it as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it might be better that way, but then that might still be a bit
Yeah, it's still quite... Because there's been joggers going around there as well and then coming back saying it's really bad.
Oh, so they can't go that way either. Oh, right.
Yeah, so you can't literally walk all around it, but
better,
it is quite deep-ish. Not good for trainers.
Which way do you think is easier to try? Is like lower to try, or is it just both? They can't get around either way.
Quite bad. But someone went onto the canal bit, but it's really mud and slippery, and he said, "Oh, it's not bad round there, but there's no way I'm going near a canal and it's slippery."
No, so I usually go in that way by the towpath, and that's too deep, so I had to come in the main bit.
There, and it was like really deep then when they came through.
Because see, that's where the boat launches. It's come up that high there.
Yeah, and I didn't even go back at that bit because they said don't go that way because they said it's really bad.
They said it's really bad that way.
Yeah.
I'll try that way, if not I'll come back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was only going to go maybe and cut out to Firmiston, but also...
You know where the dinosaur bit is?
Yeah.
It's around that area where it's really bad.
Low.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that bridge, but then if you can't get to the bridge, then you...
That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah. The joy is we need the water, but we don't need it. Bugs us when we can't walk around the lake.
Yeah, well they said online, I think something they said at the highest last January it got to 2.85 and it was only 1 metre something now. So
it was over 2 metres at Mountain Country Park last year. Might been up there yet, but that was really bad. And that they've not even fixed the bridge yet because they ain't got the money for the funding to get that done. But then now it's still damaged. It's not going to be any better by January, is it? Because it's going to happen again, isn't it?
Well, this is, November it started, the water's rising last year, so...
And in January, the floods around where I live, College Road, lucky enough I'm not right near the brook, but it just missed my home. But all the others are hit really bad and they've had all the properties all done again.
Right, so on live stream, one person's watching at the moment. Oh, I might hear you, just to let you know. But yeah.
That's it, yeah.
But no, College Road was hit really badly last winter.
Especially
it's
near
really sad.
Near the hairdressers and that.
Yeah,
and
so
really,
for
really
weeks
bad.
people just chucking stuff out.
Because I'm higher up where I was, my neighbour at the back of me, hers was really, really bad. It didn't come into mine though, lucky enough. But they're lower down on that bit. But where I am, it's a bit higher up, so I missed it last January.
Yeah, I saw from either end.
Yeah.
And then people sent me a video from by the hairdressers because it was right in the middle of it, wasn't it?
I think the more houses to build, the worse it's going to be.
Well, in theory, they say the more they build, the more they have the funding and opportunity to fix it by offsetting it.
Oh.
But yeah, everyone says the more houses there are, the less land there is to naturally soak away. So it's always a little bit
as well.
Chicken or egg, isn't it?
Just a bit.
No.
Definitely.
Which comes first?
I know, that's the thing,
floods or the offset in the floods? Yeah. Don't know. But
no.
Yeah, YouTube. Callum online says just swim. I haven't brought my swimming suit, sadly, and it's a bit cold.
Things ready, then you can help us out.
That's the collective on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's see what else though.
Get your life jacket on ready for us then.
I haven't got my life jacket. I haven't brought my wetsuit.
Yeah.
Not sure my trainers are very waterproof.
No.
It's nice for the ducks and geese though. They're like, we could get so much further.
Well, funny enough, I fed them the other day. And I remember the markings on them, and they actually, the ones that when they were really young, I went to feed them nearly every day at the Mountain Country Park. And they've remembered me.
Oh.
It's like I talked to them and everything, give them the food and that, and then they put the rings out for me and that. So always tell them I love them afterwards, and they're lovely. They really are.
Oh.
Connection with animals is amazing.
I was telling someone this morning, the geese, there's like a family of 5 geese somewhere up the Birstall end. And I saw the 3 babies born and then growing up, and now all 5 of them look like adults, and they're still hanging around as a 5 family. It's kind of like, see the little family now.
That's it, and I've named the ones that they call me Swan Lady at the Mountain Country Park, because they were poorly a couple of years back, and I got the RSPCA involved. Since then I've had a real bond with him, and I've seen his babies that he had not last year, the year before, grow up. And then I recognise some of them when I go to the lakes as well. And there's one that comes literally up to me now, and it would sit down in front of me and let me give it its food.
Oh,
and then
nice.
with them as well. You know, I've seen them, and they've got more babies again now. They had 8, but they've got 3 now, and the others are gone.
Yeah, I've seen a family of 4 swans, quite a lot on the canal.
Yeah,
they've got 2 babies and 2, like mum, dad and 2 babies.
Yeah.
And they're almost like fully grown. They've still got little fluffy grey bits, but they're kind of mostly like adult size and mostly white, aren't they?
That's it, yeah.
It's quite nice to see the full.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Can't beat nature in the lakes. Best place.
It's just always different, isn't it, each day?
Yeah, every day is different. Starting a volunteer at Bradgate Park as well. It's never the same every time I go up there. It's always different.
See, I do like Bradgate as well. It's getting very muddy though, because there's like a field of cows I've walked through.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I need to find my wellies because I can't keep
you
doing
keep saying we need all wellies as well.
It's getting to that season, I suppose.
That's it. Keep saying these things. We keep saying, well, we need this, we need that, and it's like, when do we get to actually get them?
Yeah.
Cows crops that we think must get.
I've got them somewhere. It's finding it.
Oh no, that's it. I'm
in the shed. It's just digging through my shed for my wellies.
That's it.
Yeah, I've been trying to start live streaming it so people who can't get out can see it.
Yeah, that's what I normally do in my videos as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's nice because a lot of people don't get to see swans.
Yeah.
And it's like that's.
Bradgate's not great for the signal though.
So went out to the country park in Melton. There was these 2 girls and they had bread. I thought, oh no. But not the best thing to give them really, because it can give them angel wing and that. And there's some at the other Watermead ones with angel wing, and I give him the food and that. And
oh, is that what he's got? I've seen a goose with a wing stuck out strangely.
The mammoth flake.
Is that what? Yeah, is that what that's called? Angel wing.
Yeah,
because it just looks like he's damaged it and he can't put it away properly.
Yeah. Sometimes it can heal up again, but then if people keep giving those and those of bread, it's not going to heal.
Oh,
but
okay.
He is still eating, and I'm giving him the proper swan and duck food every time I go there, and he takes it out ever so gentle.
Aww,
and then people give him food and then run away. I thought, they're not vicious.
Yeah, some people have told me that.
Like, I'll feed you loads of bread, and then I was like, oh my goodness. I thought, unbelievable.
I've seen a lot of people with the birdseed, and the signs there are all like birdseed only.
Yeah, I've contacted the
still seen the odd person with bread.
Over that one. They've been out to see it, but if it's angel wing and if it's gone too far, they can't do nothing for it. And if they do, they end up pulling it down. And he's still walking around and quite active and eating. So, but there's one there that's got a growth on grey lag geese. It's got a growth on that side of its beak. I don't know if you've seen it, but I don't know if it's like its beak's deformed from when it was a baby. I don't know, but it looks like it's got a big looks like a cancer growth to me on the side of his face. And she comes to me as well in the feeder, so they're going to come out and see if they can take her and see if it is anything and take it out, operate on it and see if it'll be better.
Oh, well, that's good if they can.
But they can the grey lag geese, but I never knew the Canadian geese, because they're native, they have to get a licence in order to take it to the RSPCA.
Oh really? No.
Yeah, and to take it out the lake and then to put it back at the lake if it's okay and treated. Never knew that one.
No. I've seen some one of the groups online says about some of the what I would have thought were Canada geese before, because they've got certain rings around their eyes. They're like Egyptian ones or something, and they were like rare or something as well.
Oh yeah.
So we've got a good variety.
That's it. I can still see him looking at me now. Are you not getting no more food tonight?
Yeah.
You've had enough now for like 3 suppers.
Give them all your food.
But it is lovely, isn't it?
It is. It is lovely.
I wonder if it's hanging around. I wonder if it's... I can't see it being northern lights tonight, can you? It's too cloudy.
It's a bit of orange. Yeah, I never know if it's northern lights or sunset. You know when they're always saying about northern lights online. Get my torch out while I'm...
I thought at first it might be not far from the airport, but...
Oh, what, that little
I
flashing
think
red?
Yeah, I wonder if it's a drone or... So it's thinking they're going to get...
Oh, I always just assume it's like a plane.
It's come round twice now.
I never know which airport.
And then there's one further away.
Probably coming. I'll sort the torch out.
Maybe I might be doing some...
Well, I can only see one.
I don't think it'd be the sunset now, that came and gone.
I always assume it's East Midlands Airport, but then people tell me a lot of them are actually Coventry.
Yeah. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, I think it's reached the point where I need my torch. There we go.
That's it, yeah. Well, it's been nice meeting you.
Yeah,
anyway.
thank you.
Probably see you again then.
Yeah, they're still saying swim online. I'm not going to swim. See you next time. See ya. Bye. Right, where are we at with the comments? I'm going to brave this way. I might get so far then. I'm going to have to turn around. Cal, I'm glad I've caught you. I normally miss you because of work. Yeah. I was in work till 3 myself today. I'm determined to try a walk because there was so much rain the other day. But it sounds like we might not be able to get around. And then I'll be heading back. Let's see. What's that? Can't see what that emoji is. Oh, I think, is it lots of ducks? Someone put lots of ducks in the comment. Quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. Callum, in the comments next time you see her, run away. Ah, it's surprising some people just want to chat. They're alright, they're harmless enough. Just look like a lady taking her dad out for a walk. Oh, now we've got puddles. Oh yes, up round the bench. Oh. Oh yeah, that's quite high. I can get around this puddle. That's not so bad. I'm not sitting on that bench though. It's pretty wet. This is the bit she was on about. I might not be able to get through here. Let's see. If I had wellies, I wouldn't be cut off. Squelchy, squelchy. Squelchy, squelchy, squelchy. No. I get wet feet. That's not happening. That's too wet. She was right. She did try and warn me. Oh well, it was worth a try. That's too soggy. That path is cut off. The park is cut off there today. Oh well. Comments. No, just joking. It's great meeting you. Yeah. Nice, she wanted to chat. Not met her before. She's like, oh, might see you again. Making friends in the park. See, I'd normally go back that way, but I'm going to go around here a bit. And I can't go my normal way out the park anyway. This bridge is still alright. Ooh, that is soggy. That is high. That is soggy and high. Oh no, can't go this way either. This path's too low. Gotta go back the way I came. Dark so quickly. Yes, Callum, yes, it does get dark very quickly. It doesn't help that I stand around talking. People who want to talk, I suppose. But I've got my torch, but yeah, very dark very quickly. I think it said by 4:10 today it'd start to get dark. Back where I came it is then. Well, future live streams then. Unless the water soaks away, my walks are going to end up being more the street scene, which is not as pretty. And I wasn't sure whether it was worth sharing those walks, just walking around the villages. Let's see how interesting people find them, I guess. Oh, right, switch hands. Is that dark? Dark. Oh, this torch is heavy though. Spooky, yeah. Spooky old woods. That's spooky. Is that dark really? If I put my torch against my tummy. Is that chuffing dark? So I have the trusty Aldi torch. Sure they're available in other good retailers. So I've only done 1.5 lakes today due to floods. Which, if you've seen my previous streams, I can walk for hours around all 3 lakes. So, wonder is, for my half an hour for my swimming club, half an hour a day of walking, probably done enough by the time I walk home from here. But I do like to do a bit more than that if I can. Quite like the pink and purples of the dusk in the sky. I think you're supposed to walk the other side of the road. So the cars see you better. am I working tomorrow? Yes. I think I'm on the early shift again. I take it one day at a time. I look at my calendar at night, set my alarm for the morning. Let's not try and worry too far ahead. It can be tomorrow me's problem. Deal with today. And then at night, get ready for tomorrow me. So yeah, I think if I'm on the breakfast again, then I'll have time after the morning of work to go on my little walk. But there's still only like a bit of a narrow window of opportunity before the night falls anyway. So it's gonna be finding strategies for winter and dark, and the bike is a good idea. But then even that's not going to work with floods. Wellies might help with the floods. Shame. Yeah, it is a shame, Callum. So yeah, at some point I've got to have a dig in the shed and the garage. Get the bike out. Bring that in the house. But it might have to be walking to the shops and back near me, or walking to another village and back instead of the park. It's just not as pretty. It's alright, it's just not as pretty. Oh, I've got a proper path now. Let's go back on the proper path. Well, that lady was on about the other park, which has got nice wildlife, but it's not got a good signal for streaming, so it wouldn't be alive. I think I've come to the point of trying to do the odd live there and thinking the signal's just too sporadic to walk and live share. I have to record it and then upload it. Which I did a couple of them and then my phone was full. My phone started moaning up. Clean all this off, I'm too full, can't work right. Alright phone, calm down. So, hence the live streaming works a little better. Don't freak my phone out so much. And you still get the watch later anyway. So yeah, sorry, back to your original question. I think I am working tomorrow. I think I'm doing 4 days in a row, but I can't remember which day I'm on. The thing with shifts, you're like, what day is it and what am I doing? You don't really get a routine. Is it morning? Is it night? Is it a day? I'm not right. When is my weekend this week? Shout out to my fellow shift workers who may be watching. Callum in the comments. I know, I remember shifts. I used to be a carer days and nights. Yeah, I did it a few years ago with the pandemic. I did shifts with the NHS and it was all over the place. They had like 4-hour shifts, but 3 of them a day. And if you could take on like 3 of them. So you could do like 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. But you could accidentally book a split shift, which would be no fun, because you'd be like 8 a.m. till 12 and then nothing till 4. And then you're like, do I go home or do I have a 4-hour lunch before the evening shift, which was a bit mad. Comments. Has COVID actually completely gone now or not? Because I still hear about it from people. Oh, I might need more context for your question there, Callum. You're in the UK, aren't you? You're in London, I think you said before the other day, did you? So I don't know about other countries. I'm not even sure if it's different in different counties like it was back in the pandemic. Around here, you're in Croydon. There we are. So yeah, I'm in Leicestershire, which is in the East Midlands. We have 3 big hospitals, and I've been visiting one of them, and I was told about isolation, so I couldn't visit one day because of COVID. But I put the mask on, I had the jabs back in the day, so I would have thought I could have on that basis, but they were like, no, isolation, so you can't. So it generally isn't a thing. Like, I don't really see it anywhere else. But in the hospitals, apparently, it's still kind of a thing. It's probably the only place that's still a bit of a thing, I guess. Yeah, it's an odd one. I had reactions to jabs anyway, so I think I've reached the point where I'm like, I can't really have any more jabs anyway. So it is what it is now. Whatever happens, if it pops up again, it becomes a big thing anymore. Okay. That woods. But that's the street lights, I think. Let me know, peeps. Is the stream on, even though it's just going to be a lot less nature. It's just going to be you walking the streets now because the park is full of water. Comments. To be honest, I get it if I don't get what? Your choice, you don't mind. My choice, you don't mind if I carry on streaming or not. Okay, cool. Right, let me read your comment again. To be honest, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Lol. Oh, right, so this is COVID related, yeah? If you get COVID, you get it, and you just deal with it and get over it. And if you don't, you don't, and you're not bothered. Either way, really. I get that. That's fair play. Yeah. You just get it. If you get it, you get it, and then you deal with it, and then... I think with the whole pandemic, there was a whole lot of that was generally seen as like an ageist thing as well, as like, oh, if you can overcome it, then you're going to be less worried about catching it. But if you've done all the things, like you've had the jab and you can still get it, and I don't know, yeah, it's an odd one. The jab will definitely make me ill now because I've tried all forms of jab. So if COVID can make me ill or the jab can make me ill, then damn whatever way. So I couldn't see us doing what we all did with the pandemic before anyway, and then we did. So I'm kind of in my mindset now of we went through all that, and maybe we've learned to not bother going so much with that again, and maybe we won't again. But maybe I'm wrong, maybe people will, as we did it before. So I don't know really. For a while there was a lot of news stories of like the next big pandemic will be, or there's one popping up now. And I think largely the majority of people were just like, yeah, we're over it, we're not bothering. Just you say that, but I'm not going to bother again. I'm not going to bother worrying about it because I'm so beyond the worry. What's the point? And I can't blame them. So that's the path that's completely written off with the floods. So yeah, not so much. Oh, what day is it today? Right, I might have to, at the very least, pause the stream to nip into the Sunday. Thank you very much. Thank you in the comments. So there's a pub here and it's only open, it's 2 days a week, it's not open. It is open today. So I'm gonna hop in and use the ladies. So I will at least pause the live stream and I might walk on after. So I'll be back in, I don't know, possibly in 10 minutes. But thank you for joining me thus far. Okay. TTFN. Mute. Hello. I'm back. Thank you for staying with me. I've got my tea. I'll just have to sit with my tea for a minute before I walk again. You seem to have new furniture here, including one of these hanging egg chair things, which is interesting. Hello. Finally, I thought you went for a glass of wine. Oh, I went for a cup of tea in my swanky G-Regs branded refillable cup. I'm not sure I look great under these patio heater lights. My face looks a bit pink. Glass of wine. No, I did brave the mulled wine the other night. 4.5 sins of it. I'm not sure it's worth 4.5. Oh, I've said the word I'm not supposed to say because of copyright. Diet Club points. 4.5 Diet Club points of my 15 a day. They're changing all their language anyway soon, apparently. So rumour has it, Slimming Club is going through a big revamp. All the gossips say. So yeah, I had one big glass or mug, 250 mils of my Audi mulled wine, 0%, 4.5 Slimming World sins of. Changed all the branding anyway. And it was like hot Vimto. It wasn't worth the sugar. So stick to Aldi Light hot chocolate instead as a treat, I think. Not that mad on the wine. Might as well have hot blackcurrant. It was about the same. It's not that big a treat. I think the Glühwein's sweeter. So maybe that's more of a treat. It was nice. It did taste a little bit Christmas with the cinnamon and the 0% that's juice. Yeah, basically hot grape juice with cinnamon and nutmeg. It's a cup of Christmas. That's what we do for Christmas, right? I don't know. 0% that's juice. Mould or not for you. You wouldn't have mould. That's my favourite wine. You can have wine, mulled wine. It's got more flavour, right? Cinnamon and nutmeg, basically. I might as well have hot Ribena and put cinnamon and nutmeg in it. No added sugar in that, it'd be free on the diet. I need to do my coat up. I don't know where to put my phone while I do my coat up. What's with these symbols? Oh, that's like someone being poorly in emojis. I can't. Is that emoji someone slapping their own face? And then there's an emoji of someone sticking the tongue out. Right, okay. I'm taking that as general disapproval of the mulled wine. Right, I'll put that there. I'll tap with my coat. Should I walk back? Took some layers off because I was quite warm when I had the tea. Me feeling ill about mulled. Mulled wine's the best wine. What's wrong with you? You're gonna whine. Is it you always talking wine in my chat? I know there was someone who was always talking wine in my chat. What's the best wine in your opinion then, Callum? I'm not really. I can take it or leave it. I really can. Wolf Blass. What, that's the best wine in your opinion? Wolf is my spirit animal. So someone told me a couple of decades ago. Native American Indian lady told me the wolf is my spirit animal. Australian white wine. Okay. don't know that one. A Scottish guy I once worked with was moaning about the drinks my colleagues had. And I think he saw me in a new light, because at that time, if I drank, I had whiskey. And that's supposed to be the best palate, if you like whiskey. But I don't really, it's sugar, it's the diet, I just don't bother. That's always my... Nice comment. I mean, I should tell you off for racism, but, you know, to be fair, he did moan a lot, my old boss. But it was alright. He definitely put up quite a tab for a bar for a staff do. That was for sure. So the hospitality, couldn't fault him for that. But he said, for wine, that Malbec is the one people like the most. And it served me well whenever I've had to buy one as a present for someone. And it was either last Christmas or the one before, when my mum was asking me to buy it for her hairdressers. Me, not feeling like a wine connoisseur, just went the Malbec route. So rave reviews, absolute rave reviews. They're like, the nicest wine we've ever tasted, how did you know? So some Scotsman I worked with once told me that was the easiest hack, the best way to please the most people. Well, I'm not really bothered about wines. Pinot Grigio. You're going Pinot Grigio. I'm trying to think what we sell the most of at work. People get torn between, I think it's Sauvignon Blanc we sell the most of at work, and people get torn between Chilean or New Zealand. What's the thing they wear? Don't know what you're on about in the comments. I can flip the camera now, actually. Not being racist, just want to know. Yeah, I know. Try and be careful, don't you? Don't want to offend anyone. Right. Let's go back. It's like a skirt, lol. Okay, I don't understand the comment. Please explain. The thing they wear, it's like... Oh, what? The Scottish... the thing that they wear that's like a skirt. The Scots. Oh, where's the pooch? Hello, doggy. Where are you? I can't see you. I can hear you, but I can't see you. See a little tail somewhere through that fence. Kilts, yes. Yes, Scottish people sometimes wear kilts. I was reminded the other day of the film 4 Weddings and a Funeral. I say the other day, probably a few weeks ago now. And then I started watching the odd clip on YouTube of that. And I'd totally forgotten the Scottish wedding with all the kilts that's in that. There was something he said, and I wanted to find a clip of him saying that I kind of remembered, but I couldn't find a clip of it, of that particular bit anyway. I heard something in a song and it made me think of that clip from that film. And then I couldn't find that specific clip. Oh, that was it. Brigadoon. I heard Brigadoon in some song. And then I wanted to find the bit in the film where he's like, it's bloody Brigadoon. And then I couldn't find that clip. There's a random aside for you. Why people watch and don't talk. What, yeah, so we've got 3 watching now. I don't know, maybe they're shy. It's an interesting question. Maybe they're watching on the telly. Can't be asked to do the painstaking keyboard on the telly with the remote, which is quite annoying. I remember plugging in my Bluetooth keyboard to the telly to try and make life easier. Because it's so slow typing with that TV keyboard and your remote control with the up, left, down. And then sometimes, it just kept disconnecting anyway. So it was annoying in a different way. These things we do to try and make life easier. So yeah, it's just the street now. So I'm in two minds. Do I just walk home because I walked a lake and a half? Or do I walk up to the other shops? At least then I've walked a bit further. But I checked my bit when I got when I stopped for the loo and got a cuppa. And I've done 8.5 miles today. So whatever I do or don't do after that, I'm kind of happy. That's all right. It's not bad in a day. Callum, try 50 plus lol. 50 plus what? What age? Miles. 50 plus miles. Yeah, that'd be a long walk. I'm trying to think what the most is I've done so far. I've definitely done 25,000 steps in a day. Don't know if I've broke 30,000 steps. Oh, hello, there we go. Someone else talking in the comments. Martin Larson, 1473. Is that your year of birth, Martin? 1473? How old does that make you? How long have you got home? What? How long have you got home? How long have I got until I get home? If I walk up here, it's kind of 3 streets. But if I walk to the top of this street, I could decide either way, whether I go home or whether I go to the other shops. If I go to the other shops, I could get another cup of tea and have another wee and then walk back. There's some people brave and running with torches. Kilometres until I get home. Yeah, thanks Callum for the clarification. Until I get home. Martin, kilometres. I don't know how many kilometres it is till I get home from where I am. I do it more in timing. So when I first started walking, I used to work around here. And it'd probably take me half an hour to walk from here to home. But I've got a lot quicker. I've got a bit healthier and a lot quicker since then. Probably do it in 10 minutes now. If I was to proper stride it out. So I don't know really. I don't really take enough notice of distance. I don't know, is it a mile? I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. I'd have to Google map it to answer your question. And if I do that, it'll take me. YouTube doesn't like me being on other apps. YouTube's like, it's me or nothing. Doesn't let me use other apps while I'm doing stuff on YouTube. Doesn't like me running them at the same time. So if I was to mini this and pull up my Google and search for the route to answer the question of how far it is from here to there, by the time I come back, YouTube will have thrown a fit and gone, no. And then I couldn't answer your question. So it's probably easier to say, sorry, I don't know exactly. My rough answer is, the answer's given. YouTube's very exclusive with the live stream app. Malarkey. Oh wow, hello, thank you for the comment. Martin Larson comment, 1473. I mean, obviously I'm joking, I don't think you were really born in 1473, but it does humour me to think you might have been, because that would make you, how old now? What are we now, 2025? 600 and 500 and something. No, so what are you saying? What's your actual comment? Let's read your actual comment. Nice, I just thought I heard you say walked 8.5 miles today. Either way, that's impressive. Personally, I can't get myself to walk if I'm not in a forest or have a straightforward purpose. Yes, so, well, I've got a job where I walk at work, so that helps. So some of it I've walked at work. I can walk around the lakes near me, but if you weren't on earlier, you wouldn't have seen. They've got a bit floody. So I've walked a lake and a half of the 3 lakes I can circle around normally. So I've done a bit extra there. I tend to do, I think I had a full day shift today. So I tend to do, on an average day, 6 miles at work, if it's like an 8-hour thing. I tend to like to do 8 to 10 miles a day, generally, in total. So, and it's always been a bit of a top-up. So for Diet Club, as I'm going to try and stick to not infringing their trademarks and branding. Diet Club says for exercise, try and do half an hour of exercise a day, 5 days a week. And work is very bitty-bobby walking, so you don't really get a half hour. So it's like, so it was like, even if I've done plenty of steps at work, still try and do half an hour of walking outside of work. So I've done at least half an hour, and then that ended up being a bit more because it takes a Fitbit. Takes my Fitbit sometimes 10 minutes to kick in and start recording it properly. So I'd look at my watch and be like, I've done half an hour, and then I'd get home and it'd be like, you've done 28 minutes. And then my Diet Club app would feed in from my Fitbit and go, you've not done enough, you don't get your reward, go out again and walk some more. So so then I was like doing 40 minutes to be sure, or 45 minutes to be sure, but it was all recorded properly. I was definitely doing at least my half hour. And I was like, you know what, if I'm feeling it and I'm healthy enough, I can just keep pushing it a bit more and more, and I'll, get to, I've got to my target weight now. So it's all about maintaining it now. Instead, keeping it off is the real battle, rather than just getting there's hard enough, but keeping it off is tricky too. So now I've got there, it's playing the game of Martin, damn that's good, sounds healthy. Thank you very much. But yeah, my last job sort of ended anyway, and this job was there, and I was like, oh, it's a bit of a change, but it's also, it's going to be a lot more healthy if I'm on my feet a bit more. So I'm kind of glad I made the move. Little bit luck, little bit judgment. Little from column A, little from column B. I suppose you still get a bit of nature even if I'm just walking the streets because the park's flooded. Still got all the leaves on the streets. And I've got a bit of a dodgy knee, so sometimes I'm like, I can't push it too much. I like to push it a little bit. You get a bit of an ache, it feels like progress. If you do too much, then you just set yourself back, and then you have days where you're like, I've got to do even less than usual. Next couple of days before I can do it again. Oh, here we go. Martin, comment. Currently live down the most boring and pathetic town in Denmark. Fields for crops or just small trees, also for production and roads. Yeah, well, but yeah, I can see you're saying boring, but you know, one person's trash is another's treasure, right? They say it's good, they say it's healthy for mindfulness and all that. Calm your mind, ground yourself, to get out in nature. Because especially in the world we live in today, there's all this technology constantly pinging at you. Seeing a lot of people suffering from all these like anxiety or just overtired or stressed out. So being able to get out and walk, hear the birds, hear the quiet, see something like that, you know, just the fields, it's probably very good for you, to be honest. Here's the comment back. No, it's not. Big difference between nature and culture. Fields for crops are not nature. Fields for crops are nature, hun. Oh, come on. So I've been trying to dig a little bit into the Egyptian mythology and walking through fields of wheat. The Egyptians saw as kind of the pathway to heaven, or heaven as they didn't really have a heaven or hell. The pathway to transition to the next life, because they didn't really heaven or hell, so they didn't really life or death. So I'm not sure I'm explaining this very well. Anyway, they saw, again, it's one person's trash is another's treasure. You're like, fields of wheat, it's a bit dull. Fields of crops, a bit dull. They saw walking through fields of wheat as like graduation, if you like, spiritual graduation. Which was quite eye-opening to me. And I walked through, so we've got like country paths, walking routes in the UK. What do they call them? Like rights of way, old rights of way, by rights or by paths, or something, I don't know. And one of the paths, it's like a bridle path, I think they call it, basically for horses, into a big county park in Leicestershire. And when I started walking that finally in the summer, someone had told me about it years ago, and when I finally walked it, they had all the crops, fully grown wheat, and I'm walking back down this like horse path down the side of all this wheat. I was like, oh, this is quite fascinating actually. And then a few weeks later they'd cut it all down, and then you see them kind of sowing the new seed, all the harvest, all the different wildlife around that. So it can be interesting because nature changes. So what you're like, you might like look at it and be like, oh, boring field one day, but the more you do that walk, the more you'll see stuff change there. Fields for crops are not nature. Well, yeah, I kind of get the comment of fields for crops are not nature in like farming, commercial farming. Callum, stress, 100% work related. Yeah, so someone was saying something earlier about work getting down. And I was like, well, the point of it is you're there. You got to think of the fun stuff, right? You're not just there to work. Like, you've got to find the fun in the work, but you've also got to think about the reason you're doing the work is to earn the money to do the fun stuff outside of work. And that can get you through the tougher times at work, right? So for them, it was their weekend jaunts and their little day trips. I'm like, there you go then. That'll get you through the hours. Think of what day trips you go on with what you've earned. So, don't know if that helps anyone listening. Deal with the stress at work. Think about the fun stuff you do outside of work and it might get you through your work. If work is stressful. Oh, here we go, another comment. Martin 1473. It really does feels like a year of origin for your company, or like the year your family business started. Martin 1473. Martin Larson, founded in 1473, handed down through generations. Anyway, so I'll read your actual comment. Wild and big forests that are not owned by old and grumpy farmers with hunting towers. That's nature. Agriculture is primarily... No, agriculture is... Sorry, reading or walking in wobbly camera. I will make sense of your comment soon. Agriculture is actually a huge issue for nature in Denmark. Phosphor and nitrogen. Oh, okay, we're going to get into chemicals now. There's been arguments about that here in the UK as well, I think. People are worried the bees are getting killed off, so there was a lot of discussion around pesticides. People got very stressed about bees. They're like, without bees you don't have pollination, and therefore you don't have any plants, and therefore no one gets any food and we all die. So that was kind of the argument around look after the bees. Now none of the weed killers works on the weeds, but they were all expensive and not very nice anyway. So salt, if you don't know, is what I now use on to kill my weeds, which is very oldie worldy. Pillars of salt. So if you get your cheapest table salt, put that on your weeds. Shouldn't harm your bees. It's not nasty chemical, it's not nasty. I've gone the other way, by the way. I'm not going home. I'm walking to another cup of tea. I'm doing a bit more walking. In case anyone was wondering, I could have gone one way or the other, and I've decided to go and walk a bit more and get another cup of tea before I walk the rest of the way home. But I can walk back home. What time is it now? It's not that late, it's just because it's dark, it feels late. Let's do a bit more walking. My knee doesn't feel like it's giving me a jet, so let's build the muscles a bit. We've had some interesting discussions tonight. Thank you everyone who's come and joined me on the walk and put the comments in. And the random lady in the park earlier. I was talking to her about this. She fancies later. sure, with a cool face with shades. And although it's the streets, still lots of leaves. So you get autumnal vibes. At the very least. Text message. Oh, no, it's not DCing me. We're all good. Another comment. Guess grumpy old man myself, born 1473. Gotta say you hate farmers for some reason. You can't hate farmers. Oh, Martin. Gotta turn that frown upside down. Gotta find some joy in your life. That energy's not gonna serve you well. Farmers. Why do you hate farmers? They're just doing their job. Here's the farming argument for you, okay? Now then. You get eco-warriors say things like it's cruel. And then the other argument is, if people weren't there milking the cows, then there wouldn't be so many cows. So it all gets a bit chicken and egg. And so do the chickens and the eggs. If they weren't farming the chickens, there wouldn't be so many chickens or eggs. So, which is the more cruel is the thing. There being less of them, but they're, more around in the wild. Or more of them because farmers are farming them. There's your big question for the day. What's the comment? Annoying in Denmark, boring and conservative. Well, now we could get into politics. Conservatism, keeping the past, and or do we need change and new? And generally, the politics in the UK flits between the two, and actually, balance is the answer, isn't it? Usually. That's why things fit between. Because really, balance, or the best of both, is what we all really need. Right, what's the comments here? Eating white bread with cheese, drinking black coffee all day. They're so practical. Are you talking about the culture where you live? Right, bread and cheese and black coffee. Where you live, most people eat bread, cheese and drink coffee. So I've got to say, if it wasn't for the diet, I could happily live on bread and cheese and coffee, to be fair. Although I'm more an Earl Grey tea and an oat milk, but I can drink coffee. Don't mind coffee at all. Martin, joking around. Fair enough. Partly joking, mostly joking. Some truth in it, but you're mostly joking. Fair enough. They can be the best jokes. The farms. Oh dear. Yeah, farmers are alright. I again, hopefully I've found balance in life. So I'm a vegetarian who's worked for a farmer before. So I've looked at life from both sides now. I was saying now, that's great as long as you get all the nutrients and vitamins. Probably. I eat a lot of fruit. I drink a lot of tea. I should get enough calcium in my oat milk. Should get enough vitamins in my fruit. Occasionally I have some veg or salad. What are you having, Martin? What are you having for dinner today? Or tea? Is it bread and cheese for you today? Or are you going to be more adventurous with your dinner then? Is that the plan? Oh, it's coming. Nice, mostly eating meat, chicken, eggs, milk, oats, Greek yogurt and nuts. Now, here's a debate. So, a lot of people say not healthier fats, but the slimming club that I do, it's naughty points or whatever it is. They're quite heavy on your 15 a day chunk of your treats. So obviously I'd rather have diet hot chocolate out of that than nuts. I'm not mad on eating nuts. I don't really have yogurt. I tend to go non-dairy as well. I get the odd weird reaction. I can have it because I'm not like that bad, but so I'd probably go like soya yogurt if I went yogurt. And you can get it quite low points on the old naughty points for the diet categories. But the whole idea of the diet, or healthy eating plan I should say, that I'm on, is you kind of categorize food into what's free and what's free in limited amounts, rather than you dipping into those point things so much. And then you can fill up on the free stuff that's all seen as healthy. So I'd rather do that. That's probably why I can't remember the last time I had a yogurt. What's the comment? Can't eat enough. So you have to eat really nutrient-dense food. Naughty points. Yeah, so they brand and trademark the terminology they use. So I'm going to say naughty points. Trying desperately not to infringe. As much as I'd happily shout about them, if they want to give me permission, if they end up watching, to do so. You can't eat enough. Oh. I can easily eat too much, so if I could give you that skill, I would. I'm kind of intrigued as to why you can't eat enough. It strikes me as you might run out of breath or something when you're trying to eat. I worked with a lady who told me she had a medical condition that did that to her once upon a time. Okay. Stress, you don't feel hungry. Oh dear. That's not good. Well, I mean, I confess to have the answer to every problem in the world. If you cross, because there's no traffic. But I would say try and fix the source of the stress. rather than just manage the whole symptom of the food impact, if you can. I know that's probably easier said than done, depending on what's stressing you out and your ability to control or solve that. Oh, look, I can run. Briefly. I know it's easier said than done, probably. What's the comment here? Got to say about the naughty points. What would life be without food? Got to let yourself have a little treat now and then. Yeah, so that's the whole idea of the healthy eating plan that I'm on. It's like, it's very easy to go all or nothing. And I would say my approach to being healthy or unhealthy was possibly all or nothing before. And this idea, the idea of that is a little bit of it, and you can shelve that whole all or nothing attitude, because I would happily either try and be healthy and eat nothing but fruit and veg, or be unhealthy and live entirely on chocolate or cheese, or both before that. And neither of those is balance. So yeah, mostly healthy with a bit of it, and then you've not ruined it, and then you're not. There's a lot of kids here, so I'm going to have to film this way. That's great. You love the mindset. Slow and steady wins the race. Balance. Yeah, absolutely. Balance for health. And yeah, a little bit, and then you're not like going all out mad. And a little, yeah. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well. But yeah. As healthy as you can be, but not all out, all healthy all the time. So that you have a bit of balance and you can have a little bit of something that's a little bit naughty points occasionally. So you're not entirely falling off the wagon. Not entirely one extreme or the other. Anyway, I'm going to pause the stream there. Oh, hang on. Do I eat enough fats? What do you mean? I was clearly eating too much. I was fat as a person before. That's the problem. That's why I went on the healthy eating plan. I don't know. There's a lot of natural fats in dairy or dairy alternatives, aren't there? So probably, because I drink masses of tea, so I drink gallons of oat milk in tea all freaking day long. So yeah, I probably do, to be fair. Right, I'm going to pause the stream there. I'm going to nip to the little girl's room, get another cup of tea, and then I will be back. What have we got? Carbs is the killer. Carbs is not that bad. Here's the thing, right? Okay, so here's the thing with carbs. I can eat masses and masses, piles and piles and piles of mashed potato. There's a bit of Irish in my family tree, so I'll happily eat masses and masses of mashed potato. If I just flip it to me. Hi, I'm back. Carbs are not that bad. Healthy carbs are fine on the eating plan I'm on, the swimming club that I'm on. Because if you have potato without butter, without cream in it, then it's fine. Yeah. Athletes, if they'll preload on carbs, so it's like a slow release, so you don't get hungry later on when they're doing all their long training type stuff as well. So yeah, I'll happily eat a pile of mash with no butter, no cream in it, and then it's not fattening. So healthy carbs are fine. People worry about carbs because if you don't digest them, they turn into fat then apparently, or they turn into sugar, or both. But actually carbs are fine. And if you're eating it without all the cream and butter and stuff loading in it, then you're not tricking your brain, so you know when you're full. So that's kind of fine too. Kids are looking at me a bit freaked out for doing this talk now. It feels like I'm doing a TED talk outside of a restaurant where I need a cup of tea in a wee. So I'm going to go and have that cup of tea in a wee, and I will rejoin you when I've got the tea. So I shall pause for now. TTFN. Pausing. Okay, I'm back. So, I have my tea. Who fancies walking home with me? Move the camera. There we go. Time to go. Tea's still very hot. Carbs important as well for hormones. Comments? Interesting. Not heard that before. I might start to sign off as come to the end of the walk. So just to say a big thanks to anyone who's joined tonight. Hope you've enjoyed seeing some leaves. Sorry about all the floods. Can't really be helped. But yeah, thank you for people joining me on my walk and commenting and having a nice chat. Therefore, virtually makes it a bit more interesting. I hope I've shared a bit of nature with you, especially if you can't get out. I hope that's helped in some way. Mindfulness, grounding, reconnecting, breaking up the doom scrolling, bringing some stillness back in, which might be much needed in quite a busy world. So yeah, not much further to walk home now, so I could sign off unless anyone wants to say hello. Otherwise, I could bid you a good evening. Thanks again for coming along. Thanks for all the chat. Have a nice evening, and I shall see some of you on my next walk. TTFO.